darling, you are the only exception. You are the only exception.
Talk about the new video, Brick by Boring Brick, which is the most beautiful, most stylized, most cinematic video you guys have ever done.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration?
It's kind of creating this image of a different world this girl is escaping to in order just to forget about reality. And we wanted to create that world that she's going to, which is very Alice in Wonderland, very Pan's Labyrinth.
What does the girl with the butterfly wings mean?
She represents a part of someone that can't really grow up.
At the end of the video, she falls in the grave.
Yes.
You throw in the doll and walk away. And it looks so cruel.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't help her, the little girl just fell, help her! But it's about, what, letting your...
It's about killing off your past, really.
Right, right.
So many people just like live in it. I mean, I've done that, and I've been hurt by people that do that, and I think it's like, it sucks.
Up until now I had sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness, because none of it was ever worth the risk. Well, you are the only exception.
I really like The Only Exception. It's a great song, talking about you don't think love exists except for this one person you found, right? But it seems like you've had a lot of love. So I'm like, why are you putting out this song where you question, does love exist?
I don't know. I think for me, I've always hoped, but also been through situations where, you know, it just kind of would squash that every time. And
So does love exist?
Oh, sure it does, but I didn't ever really think that it could be something. I'm doing that, and it's surprisingly, it's not horrific. It's been okay.
Talking about spreading the message of Paramore, you're about to go on one of the biggest tours,
Yeah.
if not the biggest tour of your career.
Yeah, it's the biggest one we've ever done, and especially for the States, I feel like it's the most commercial tour they've ever done. You know, to team up with like Honda Civic is just, it's a tour we've always wanted to be on.
2008. You're on tour in Europe.
Yes.
And then you canceled 6 shows because you had personal problems in the band. What happened?
First of all, we never didn't love our fans and music. It was just hard for us to be together, and not to mention the fact that, you know, myself and Josh dated for 3 years, and we had a breakup, and that wasn't easy. It was like, these are the same problems I guess we would have dealt with in high school or college or whatever, but just magnified by the fact that like 1 million people are watching all the time.
But part of the problem Josh talked about was the focus is all on Haley.
Oh.
Right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
what about that part of it?
It never seems like that was the real issue. I mean, I do more stuff now, you know, alone, without the rest of the guys than I've ever done before, and everyone seems fine with it. Everyone's really comfortable, and
You just did a video where we just see really you. Or is everybody getting comfortable now? She's the star and let her...
I think the only confusion with all that, we never really thought, oh, Haley has all this, like, you know, we wish we had it. It was never really like that. I think more of anything, it was if there was ever a situation, I was like, why don't they want us? But it's simple if you actually look at it. If you're talking about a cover of a magazine, it's very easy to fit one person on there and really hard to fit 5 on there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's ever going to be a time when I would rather do something alone than with the guys, you know?
So there will never be the Haley solo project?
I mean, no, I don't think I could ever see myself with just my name, you know, and lights. I've never seen myself like that. In fact, when I started getting into music, I wanted to be the drummer. I was like, I want to be as far away from the front as I possibly can. And, you know, when people see me doing things on my own and, you know, photo shoots or, you know, the song with B.O.B. or anything like that, like, that's all amazing, and it's my passion because it's art and it's creative. But this is really where my heart is Paramore.
So, you toured with No Doubt.
We toured with No Doubt, yeah.
What was that like?
It ruled.
no doubt are one of the big...
Incredible band. In fact, I don't even know any other bands that are really like them.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was such an honor going out with them, and it was like 2.5 months of mayhem.
But you're in this area of music, the genre, where it's mostly guys.
Right.
And there's a lot of sort of talking about women as heartbreakers.
Yeah.
And yet you're a woman and a tomboy within that. I mean, talk about that.
It's, you know, the typical description for like an emo kind of, like the emo genre, and that's kind of what we ended up jumping right into in, you know, the height of it.
But it's okay to call you emo? Are you comfortable with that or not really?
You can call us whatever you want. As long as people are listening to the music, I don't really care. I mean, our songs in the beginning were very like, I guess you could say they were like androgynous. But as I got older and as I learned, you know, more about writing and how I wanted to express myself, I found it hard to not be as specific as I wanted to be. And so that's when I started bringing in songs like Misery Business is totally about a girl that I couldn't stand, you know, she was a heartbreaker.
Whoa, it was never my intention to break, to steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good, 'cause I got it where I want it now.
What do you have to say to the boys who look at women only as heartbreakers and are a little like afraid of women?
I don't know. I mean, boys can be just as scary as girls can. I mean, any girl that I've ever been friends with, like, is totally cool and hangs out with guys all the time, and she's, you know, like, she's not high maintenance. And I mean, there's plenty of those girls to go around. You just gotta find them, and you gotta be patient to find them.
So it's okay to trust girls.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, we're all right. We're okay.
Some of them.
It's really weird how much everything changed once we started touring. I mean, I remember spending one Easter Sunday at Hooters.